Hello friends, my name is Habib. Today we are going to learn how to create a 3D button using HTML, and CSS. So first search for pen.new to open up CodePen. Before I watch this video, make sure you have a basic knowledge of HTML and CSS. So I'll create a div, an ID of you, not really sensible, and then I'll create another div. It's not meant to be. And this div will have an ID of d. It's meant to be button. And inside the button I'll say hello. And then I'll copy it and paste it a few more times. Copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. Now the first thing I'm going to do for this 3D, I'll go to hashtag U. And I'll set the display to flex. And then, they're already in the column. I set the justify content, space around, items, center, height, think 100 SVH. There we go. And now for each of the buttons, I'll search for hashtag D. These aren't meant to be buttons. These are actually meant to be divs. Not so good. So I'll create a div with an ID of D instead. Inside this div will be something called lorem. Give it an ID of D. Give this an ID of S. Copy and paste. Now, if you don't know, HTML actually has a 3D feature that allows you to do 3D. So I'll set the transform style to preserve 3D. And I'll set the transform to rotate Z 90 degrees. 40. There we go. And then I'll set the rotate X to 40 degrees. 70 degrees. It's to 90. It looks so flat. I don't want flatness. 40. 10. 160. Zero degrees. 60 degrees. It's meant to be rotate X. It's starting to look a bit 3D. To the third dimension. And finally, we have our 3D buttons. Now, I'll give each of the divs a width of about 10 of the viewport width and a height of 10% of the viewport height. And I'll give them a background color of cornflower blue, a classic color. Yikes. problems. Hey, what's this doing here? Oh yeah, problems. Anyways, I set this in display to grid, and I'll place the items in the center. Now make it to be longer, bit longer and cool. We've got our so-called. I'm going to use pixels instead. Sometimes I could just never make up my mind. Bit bigger. Yes. A bit bigger. Yes, that's good. And a bit bigger. Square. That's a bit smaller. A rectangle. Now that we've got all of our lorems, or low quality lorems, I am going to professionally give it a border of 2px solid black chunky border, and I'll set the border radius. I'm not going to use percentage. 10 pixels, maybe 20 pixels is okay for me, at least. So when we hover over these, we want them to do something. When we hover over these, we want them to, do something, not just stand there like biscuits. Now, for the lorems, I am going to do the same. I am going to remove all of their text. What a trouble. Oh yes, how unprofessional it is. And I'm going to replace them with squares, giving them a width of 50 pixels and a height of 50 pixels to spare. 50 pixels to spare. Give the background color of crimson to fair. Oh yeah, give them a border radius of 10 pixels to spare again. Now we've got these. Oh, now we've got all we've got is these rubbish targets. Oh yeah, now it's going to give the border of 2 pixels, solid, black. 2 pixels is a bit too small. 5 pixels. 3 pixels. 0.5. 4.5. 5 is the optimal pixel. So now that we've done making the actual thing, where is the so-called 3D hover effect that we were blabbering about, marveling about? Well, it's right here. So we have to do, when this is hovered, I will set its transform. Translate it in Z by few pixels. Hey, that's not what's meant to happen. I have to copy transform all the way from here to there. How unannoying that is. I know I still have to translate it in the Z axis by 100 pixels. Yikes. And for the hashtag, wait. And I remind you to set its transition to 0.5 to 3 seconds. 3 seconds is a bit too long. 2 seconds. No, 1 second is the optimal time. Now, to make it truly 3D, I'll do it so that when this thing is hovered, I'll write dehover #S. Oh yeah, no, I remove all these. Yeah, I'll set this transition to 0.5 to 1 second. Transition! Why do I keep making that spelling mistake? Just pathetic. So anyways, for the #D, I'll give it a box shadow of 10 pixels. 10 pixels 00. RGB is 0,0,0,0.5. Oh wait, what am I doing? I need to also set the inset property. And maybe move this up a little. Wait, this is the X position, not the Y position. And maybe move this up a little. Hey, what's the size? I maybe move this up a little. 5. And now I am going to copy this box shadow. Oh yeah. And now I'm going to copy this box, professionally copy this box shadow, and paste it onto this thing. I don't know its name. And then I'm going to reduce this to like 2.5. Anyways, that is it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel, ObaCode. Bye!